It may be a totally boring, obnoxious topic, but this is the thing that ensures that you get what you want, that the event dream that you have in your head comes to life just as you'd pictured it. It's a run a show. How are entrepreneurs like us daring bravely to build a stage, ditch the sweatpants, and step up to the mic? How do we create our own transformative events so we can get our message out into the world in a bigger way that's not only profitable, but it's actually something we can be proud of? That's the question. And the answers are inside this podcast. My name is Sarah Pfeiffer. Welcome to Green Room Central. So if you're doing an event and you've hired a technical team, production team, or AV team to support you, then this show is for you today. Listen up, because when you have a run of show created that is super detailed, you get what you want. You get the event that you'd been dreaming about. And so today we're going to talk about run of shows and what they are and why you need one. And it may be a totally boring, obnoxious topic, but this is the thing that ensures that you get what you want, that the event dream that you have in your head comes to life just as you'd pictured it. It's a run a show. And so this is probably a little known document. Before you started hosting events, you might not have known this even exists, but in most every environment where there is a show happening, there is a run of show. And the run of show becomes this super detailed account of what's happening on and off stage and who is doing what. And so why do you even need to know about this? Well, you have this vision in your head of when you want the music to play and what song you want them to play and what part of the song that you want to walk onto stage to, and when you want journaling music to happen, and when you want your slides up, and when you want your slides off screen, and when you want to be on camera when you're in a virtual event setting, and when you want them to not be able to see you, and when you want shots of the audience, who you want to be able to be mic'd up, like all of the things, all of those little tiny, teeny, seemingly insignificant details are so very important so that the team that you hire to support you from a technical standpoint can execute what you have in mind. And so what I want you to know is that, yes, you can create the run of show, but you're really not the best person, most knowledgeable, most equipped to do so. You really should put that job on your production company and do them the service of sitting with them to create it. So co-creating. What in an ideal world would happen is that before the event, usually a couple weeks in advance, you're going to sit down with your lead from your production company and they're going to ask you so many questions, things that you think at this point are like, why should I even be worried about this? Like, where do you want to put the clicker? And how much water do you want on stage? And what do you want to be drinking from? And who's refilling it? And when do you want the live stream to start for your virtual event guests? And what do you want them to hear while they're waiting? And what do you want them to see while they're waiting? All of the things. And so what I'd love to happen is for you to really nudge your production company to sit with you a couple weeks out from the event and ask you all the questions they can think of, because they know better than you what those questions are of, like, okay, well, from an audio standpoint, from a lighting standpoint, from a visual standpoint, like, let's talk about how you're going to cue that video. What exactly are you going to say? They're going to start cueing you with all those questions. What I want you to come prepared with is a list best that you can come up with of what your desires are. What are you wishing for? It might be, hey, I love this particular song and I love this moment in this song and I want to walk on stage to that. Or when when the virtual event is starting, like, this is the song that I want to play. Or, hey, we're thinking that we would really love the first hour of the event streamed live to our Facebook group and over to our YouTube channel and to a page on our website. Those are all important details. So as much as you can think of, make that list and bring the schedule of what you think is going to happen and when. And then your production company can bring the expertise of knowing the questions to ask you to kind of pull even more detail out of you. And bonus points, like you can get a cookie, an extra cookie at dinner if you also have a rough draft of your slide decks available for that meeting, so that together you guys can go through those slides and find the moments where you're like, oh, wait, I forgot. On this slide, we're going to want to call for that video. And, oh, yep, the video is going to be titled this, and I've got it in this Dropbox folder for you to go grab. That level of conversation, while it may be so annoying to you at a couple weeks out from the event, because you have a bajillion other things that you're worried about, is going to serve you so well when it comes time for the event. Because then the team that you hired, the team that you're investing so much money into in order to make the show go, make the lights on and make the streams work, all of the things that they will be able to do to execute that vision that you've got in your head. So take the time to do this. You could tell I'm on a soapbox today, but I can't underscore enough how important this meeting is with your AV team, tech team, production team, whoever is supporting your event. Because, gosh, these aren't the questions that you're going to be wanting to answer the day of your event. It's going to stress you out. It's going to stress your technical team out. And I'd rather you be worrying about other stuff, like just dialing in the minutia at that point. I want there to be just extra time. I want you to feel like spacious on the day of your rehearsal, on the day of your event. I don't want you to feel this sense of constriction and chest tightening and anxiety and perhaps even tears because you're like, gosh, I didn't realize that all of the things that are in my head did not get out and documented and put into a format so that things can go smoothly today. That's what I want for you. I want things to be smooth, feel smooth and spacious. All right. I hope this was helpful today. If it brought up questions, would you do me the favor of dropping them into my DMs at Instagram or into the free community Linchpin Nation? You can get access over at greenroomcentral.com, and I can get you some answers. I would love to be able to do that for you. I wish you an absolutely outstanding week. Make it a super fun one. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Green Room Central podcast. If you loved this episode, then please take a screenshot on your phone and post it to Instagram, and be sure to tag at Sarah Thafer and let me know why you liked it and what you'd like to hear or who you'd like to hear from in the future. That'll help me know what to create for you. Also, I've been hearing a lot of business owners say people are tired of virtual events, and that's just not true. which is why I created a brand new 5-day challenge called the Virtual Event Lab. I want to show you how to make your next virtual event profitable, engaging, and most importantly, how to make it happen. And the best part is this 5-day challenge is absolutely free. To register right now, simply visit greenroomcentral.com and we can get started today. In case you're curious, this podcast is built on Kajabi. I've loved how easy it was to get things set up, but more so, I'm thrilled that my entire business is run within one platform. From my emails to my pages, to my courses, and now my podcast. It's all under one roof. I love the simplicity and the scalability. If you do too, then go to greenroomcentral.com and get a free 14-day trial from Kajabi. I appreciate your commitment to leveling up and learning the mindset and strategy of live events. Keep going. Keep learning. If you want more, head over to greenroomcentral.com for show notes and all the links from today's episode.